The terrain of Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region is unfurled like a geographical tapestry, sprawling across the heartland of Asia. It is woven around 3 mountain ranges, cradling 2 great basins. To the north, the Altai Mountains boast an abundance of gold. To the south, the Kunlun Mountains hoard precious jade. The Tian Shan Mountains, with their countless peaks and vast expanses, partition Xinjiang into 2 distinct regions. Between these great mountain ranges lie the Tarim Basin and the Zhongga Basin, both of which hold the keys to life. Its rivers and mountains further enhance the diversity of Xinjiang's character. Here, the summits form extensive mountain ranges, stretching for thousands of kilometers like the meandering of a river. Xinjiang's rivers carry mountainous amounts of sediment, sculpting the landscape and forming multiple oases. These picturesque natural phenomena stretch to the horizons and mirror the desire of the local population for the broader world. Xinjiang's landscape testifies to its people's unwavering spirit, offering a path to fulfill their aspirations wherever they step. From a distance, the terminal building at Urumqi Diwopu International Airport resembles a soaring eagle. Behind the eagle, the snow-covered Bogda Peak can be seen. The tallest peak in the eastern Tian Shan Mountains, Bogda towers over 5,400 meters above sea level. It started its ascent during the Himalayan orogeny some 70 million years ago and continues to rise to this day. At the base of these snow-capped mountains, a bustling population of over 4 million calls the youthful city of Urumqi home. As a melting pot of diverse ethnic cultures, Urumqi welcomes tens of millions of tourists every year. High above these snow-clad peaks, over 10 rare species of flora, including the snow lotus, bloom amidst the ice and snow. Various forms of life inhabit the different altitudes on these snow-covered mountains.
我叫张真元，今年31岁，88年的。很多人不知道我真实姓名，因为身边人叫我老万比较多。
Zhang Zhenyuan is a freelance photographer known as Wan Shexi. He has amassed millions of followers on video sharing websites. All of his followers are captivated by the stunning videos he creates, as if they too have journeyed to Xinjiang and lingered in the shadow of the poetic beauty of the Tian Shan Mountains.
"可能别人一年按的快门次数有5000次，但是我一年大概按了有5万次快门，因为我觉得新疆这个地方有太多的美，应接不暇。每次创作的时候根本停不下来的感觉，让我有一种创作的冲动。
The 2 sides of the Tian Shan Mountains showcase strikingly different yet harmonious landscapes. On the south side lies the arid Taklamakan Desert, the world's 2nd largest desert, captured through his lens in all its parched beauty. On the north side, the fertile Ili River Valley, fills his lens with vibrant green hues. Now Zhang Junyuan embarks on this south to north journey once again. In contrast to his previous solo adventures, this time Zhang Junyuan has a companion, Xiangmen Qian, a young lady from Chongqing. She is always excited to explore new vistas.
我刚开始也是从抖音上面了解新疆的，抖音上他的视频我很喜欢，我就想能记录这个镜头的人，第一感觉就是很孤独，我觉得我一定要到这个地方去看一眼。
Photography is an encounter in itself. It's not the photographer capturing the scenery, but rather the scenery unfolding before them. The mountains and rivers are right there, ready to meet you.
哇，这简直是世外桃源，真的是这样，比我在平台上面看到的画面是更美、更震撼的。他是一个对摄影特别痴迷的一个人，我跟他感觉都是遇到了彼此，可能我觉得我一直在等，可能一直在找的就是这么一个人。因为一个人爱上了新疆，所以就现在已经留下来了。
哇，这个你看到没有？
哇，全部呆呆的看着你。
对啊。
哇，真好看。
The presence of Xiangmen Qian not only alleviates Zhang Junyuan's solitude, but also leads to a shift in his style of photography.
在这看到真的有很多独特的东西，拍的那个里面的马为什么会在978湾那一片？因为它要引水，是说明那个978湾是他们的水源地，然后他们就是这里的动物还有这里的人跟那个水源地是息息相关的，有一种离不开的那种感觉。
The landscape itself may remain indifferent, but each person's perspective is colored by their own emotions.
每一次来到巴音布鲁克，我都会发现这个地方有不一样的美。春夏秋冬景色都不一样，但不变的是这里的生命，牧民无忧无虑地在这里生活。这里是我们眼中的风景，却是他们生命之地。 这个水一定特别的好喝，这是农夫山泉。
你喝给我，你喝一下。
哇！
进藏的山，你想到其实真正到山脚底下，你会要跑很远很远，你需要去追逐它。我觉得就很像一种信仰，因为你需要不停的去一直靠近它，可能它会越来越远。
梦梦她跟我一样是一个喜欢追逐梦想的人。其实我身边有很多朋友都是跟她一样，来到新疆便爱上了这里。其实真正吸引他们的，我觉得是这片山河，是这片山河塑造的我。我一定会让她不负此生，和我一起永远的走下去。
Photography, like an intimate relationship, demands patience. Regardless of a photographer's skill, they must patiently await the decisive moments of light and shadow. Sunrise unfolding, winds sweeping, flowers blossoming, the moon shining, snow melting, clouds rising, mountains towering, and more. The allure of these moments is intensified by the inner urge to share them with one's beloved. The rivers and mountains of Xinjiang become even more enchanting when your sweetheart is by your side.
给我表动3分钟啊，直直的。上，要坚持啊！你们这样的话，永远当不了好的演员。人家这个。
Adili Wu Huar has several times broken world records for tightrope walking, also known as Dawa Zi in Uyghur. He established a school in Xinjiang County, teaching children his unique skill. In 2006, Dawa Zi was recognized as one of the first entries on the National Intangible Cultural Heritage List.
是，能不的啊？ 大娃子的意思就是高空走神，这是一个功夫，这能练出来的。上到这么高的地方，你一步走不好，丢弃的我自己的生命，来我们生命来玩命的一个艺术。
Adili Wu Huar is the 6th generation inheritor of Xinjiang's Dawa Zi artistry. Having achieved 7 Guinness World Records, his school bears his name.
加油！我走过600多米高度，就是一个钢丝，一个人，一个云，慢慢的走过去。上高空的时候，什么都不上，只能成功，不能失败。心无杂念，你要走好这个钢丝，没有退路。 给你们不说，那么自己不练哦，我说着练，上，呵，那。
It's said that out of 1,000 aspiring Dawa Zi students, only 10 have the necessary talent, and perhaps just 1 will succeed. These young students are currently enduring rigorous training in preparation for a selection competition just a week away. The winner will have the opportunity to perform Dawa Zi at the China International Circus Festival in Zhuhai, creating their own moment in the spotlight.
我把他们要带去这个珠海，跟他们要就是给一个舞台，最一流的国际舞台，把这个大娃子艺术能我们发扬到全国全世界。 这是我的责任。
In his school, 22 young students are undergoing training for one of the riskiest jobs in the world. Ebibigul Malike, at just 13 years old, is already one of the top athletes in Dawa Zi. She was chosen for Dawa Zi training at the age of 7, setting her on a unique life path. Adili Wu Huar aims to impart to these children not only the skills of balance, but also the extraordinary qualities of courage and wisdom. In today's fiercely competitive world, they must acquire a unique skill that empowers them to stand unbowed.
I 像就是阿迪丽爸爸一样的人，我也想学大娃子。我说妈妈，我学了大娃子。 他说苦的，你不学吧，太难。
Young Ebigul Malika is, above all else, infatuated with Dawa Zi. In this challenging art, her first lesson was never look down, but forward and upward when on the tightrope.
第一次上大娃子的时候。 就是怕做不了，掉下来怎么办？又上的不上学，我学不了这个大娃子，我回家就这样上的。但是我妈妈说，你选择你自己的路，一定要坚持练。
Even after 6 years, the daily hour and a half of basic training can still be near unbearable for Eddie Girl.
他们是已经过了一个关，但是基本功还不练不行。岗上面你走着，风大了，对吧？人家可以抓住，你没有劲儿的话，你抓都抓不住。怎么样保护自己，这是最关键。
Learning Dawatse is a path that is both glorious and challenging. The demanding and sometimes painfully harsh training, coupled with an inherent sense of honor, drives the students to persevere. Their dream is to walk gracefully high above the ground, earning universal admiration.
大瓦子就是难的很多地方，动作也很难，但是我们做不了这个动作，说不行，就是坚持练。我为什么做不了这个动作？他做得了。
The students train 6 days a week with just 1 day off. Naturally, they make the most of these brief opportunities for relaxation. The day of the selection competition is approaching. The students are well aware of the significance of the outcome of the competition. After 6 years of rigorous training, this is the day when their dreams could finally come true.
一定要就是我们把自己的这个勇敢要这个岗子上面要拿出来。那就今天我们现在开始选拔赛开始，谁搞得好才能去。枪啊！yaxshi. yaxshi bolam, yaxshi.
At this famous amusement park in the coastal city of Zhuhai, 13-year-old Ebegul Malike and 8 other young students will step onto the international stage they've long dreamed of. Adili Wu Huar has no doubt about the importance of this opportunity for his students.
天空照你这是一个鹰飞过的地方，那么在表演，没有任何保险声。世界看我们中国，看这种中国一撅大字。
Adili Wu Huar doesn't view himself as a legend. Despite his skill, he knows he can never attempt a Dawatse performance across the peaks of the Tian Shan Mountains. Recognizing one's limitations is crucial. Dawatse isn't careless of risk, it's demanding training that shapes a legendary performer. Amidst Xinjiang's magnificent rivers and mountains, people make miracles from everyday life. A bright moon rising above the Tian Shan Mountains, lost in a vast ocean of clouds. This Tang Dynasty poem seems like a call from across the millennia, which presents a remarkable opportunity to Sun Yingbin from Beijing.
除了登山运动员以外，几乎就没有人去过。真的如果揭开它神秘的面纱，只能通过空中交通这个方式。一方面从空中观看，另外一方面我们可以运输到托莫尔峰冰川底下近在咫尺的地方。
Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region is China's largest provincial-level administrative unit. It occupies approximately 1/6 of the country's total land area. Xinjiang has every geographical feature except a coastline. Deserts, rocky deserts, grasslands, lakes, rivers, glaciers and snow-capped mountains can all be found here, attracting tourists from all over the world. Sun Yingbin isn't content with just being a tourist. He wants to establish a new tourism project that involves flying people over the mountains and rivers of this land.
因为是今天预告本来是大风了，今天天气反而变好了，但是千万不要交代完了以后放在那儿不管了，那就麻烦了。
The General Aviation Convention will start in 2 days. Sun Yingbin is personally ensuring that everything meets the highest standards. His efforts are dedicated to one goal: promoting Xinjiang's low-altitude tourism project.
当时我们做了一个策划，把新疆差异化的景区，我们要用空中交通把它连起来。 串起来飞，没有人做过这样的策划，在全国肯定是首家。我的意思就是，如果确定是要3-4
Age 55, Sun Yingbin became the pioneer in Xinjiang's low-altitude aerial tourism. He invested his entire fortune, over 100 million yuan, into the venture. Many thought that he was taking a wild gamble.
这个也不是赌博，因为这个从市场的调研的时候呢，这几年新疆的旅游，人流量也是不断的在增加，甚至就是像19年和18年来相对比的话，它是一个增长50%以上，甚至都有翻番的，就是这个可能。所以这个客流量来说呢，肯定还是能够满足地方旅游的。
Over 30 years ago, Sun Yingbin, then 19, joined the army and was stationed in Xinjiang.
你好。
Those 5 years of service became the most valuable life experience.
确实很熟悉的声音在耳边，闻到了这个烤羊串的烟味呢，也觉得食欲一下就来了。来一杯，来一杯。刨冰一样的那个酸奶子。压个线，拜拜啊。确实是感觉亲切嘛，就是又回来了。
After 30 years, returning to Xinjiang, Mr. Sun finds an opportunity to reach new heights in life.
我们出发啦，前往天堂湖。
一个人不怕你的梦想有多大、多可笑，怕的就是你根本不敢想、不敢做。新疆的旅游资源可以说是全国，那是世界都是最好的。选择这条道路，我相信，投资新疆就是投资中国的未来。
Living amid the expansive landscapes of Xinjiang often invites a yearning to fly. Seeing things from above offers a new perspective. Mountains seamlessly integrate into the scenery. while winding rivers mirror life's journey. Animals coexist harmoniously with their surroundings, exuding serenity. It's as though time itself begins to unwind in a leisurely manner. This enchanting land allows those who return to its embrace to soar to the skies, reigniting their youthful spirit. The Ili River powers westward from Kantengri, the second highest peak of the Tian Shan Mountains. In ancient times, people would ride their horses through the moist and temperate Ili Valley to cross the vast Central Asian steppe. Jiangsu County is known as the hometown of heavenly horses in China. Legend has it, the heavenly horses had their origins here. Today, almost every family in Jiangsu County owns horses, which are a source of great pride and an essential part of their lives. At 31, Zeng Yaqi holds the distinction of being the youngest person in China to earn a PhD in equine science. He is currently conducting research in the fields of horse reproduction and exercise physiology, areas that are relatively under-researched in China. He often jokingly refers to himself as an unsung talent scout for horses.
我从来没后悔过选择马这件事情。其实我们最享受的是这匹马从刚开始你把它挑出来，到最后它能在赛场上夺冠，而比赛呢，它仅仅是一个部分，甚至是一个瞬间。那个声音呢？行。
In contrast to the famous jockeys, Zeng Yaqi's work often goes unnoticed. Many horse owners don't believe in equine science. Nonetheless, a young and open-minded horse owner named Jiang Xin has sought out Zeng Yaqi, hoping that he and his team can train his racehorse, Anxiang. Its name translates as hidden fragrance. Anxiang is a young chestnut Ili horse. In the annual Jiaosu Tianma International Tourism Festival horse race, there were high expectations of a win for Anxiang. Disappointingly, Anxiang could only manage a 4th place.
大家对他都特别失望，包括马主，包括所有看好他的人都对他特别失望。他感觉突然被人给嫌弃了，被人给遗弃了这种感觉。
In a week's time, Jiaosu County's final horse race of the autumn is due to take place. The result will determine Anxiang's future. If it fails again, it will never be able to return to the racetrack. It is a real challenge for Zeng Yaqi's team. Their first priority is to establish trust between the horse and its human partners as quickly as possible.
因为马呢，它是逃跑型动物，所以它在遇到危险或者说遇到陌生的第一个反应是跑。它完全不让你靠近的时候，那个是需要极大的毅力去获得它的信任，就一定要耐心。
The process of building trust requires immense patience and skill.
"只要你能当他是朋友，他能够足够的信任你，当你是伙伴，其实就是人马合一。
Mutual respect represents the highest form of trust between humans and horses, embodying the true essence of being united as one.
可以的，状态挺好，呼吸也挺匀顺的。
你前面测这个马步频多少？
步频2.3级吧。
Science revolves around observation and analysis. To address the problems with Anxiang's racing technique, Zheng Yaqi recommends that the rider consciously modify the horse's running rhythm, increasing the length of its stride.
我们值得安慰的、庆幸的就是步频快。
对，
步频快给你弥补很多。
对，
所以到时候可能得稍微调整调整，应该来得及。
但是时间也很赶啊。
With less than a week before the race, many still hope that Anxiang's new training will lead to success. The snow has arrived early in Jiangsu. The herders need to move their foals to the winter pastures before the heavy snowfall sets in.
1000米那个入口那儿嘛，然后1圈半嘛。弯道内侧积水特别多、特别滑的话，马在转弯那种急速转弯的情况下，很容易摔倒。那马如果撞过来的时候，能把杆子撞碎，马没事，人没事就行。
The unexpectedly heavy snow has heightened the uncertainties surrounding the forthcoming race. Anxiang lives up to all expectations and wins the race. But this is just the beginning. A horse talent scout cannot falter.
有一天，中国人能骑着中国人自己培育的马匹，在世界级的舞台上拿一个金牌，那个时候我觉得中国马就诞生了，真的就诞生了。
Guided and propelled by their dreams, the Chinese people will continue to strive to break all boundaries. For Zheng Yaqi, horses are his dream, carrying his ever-rising aspirations. Xinjiang has bestowed on its populace a magical land to gallop on horseback, nurturing their strength and growth. The Tian Shan Mountains have always held a significance beyond being a mere geographical feature. Spanning approximately 2,500 kilometers from east to west, they extend across China, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and Uzbekistan, being recognized as one of the world's 7 great mountain ranges. Here, you'll also discover Tuomur Peak, rising to an altitude of 7,443 meters, and Aiding Coal Lake, which lies 154 meters below sea level. This dramatic range of heights imparts the Tian Shan with a truly special feeling, lifting them to boundless possibilities. Throughout history, the Tian Shan Mountains have molded those residing north and south of this magnificent range, instilling in them a yearning to explore the realms beyond. The Tian Shan is the wellspring of their power and motivation.
烛红片，历史镌刻大地。美丽边洒彩云山川，讴歌起修河山。数几为天山，南北分两片，准噶尔是绿色序言，塔里木是金色画卷。读不完真情世界，讲不尽沧海桑田。薪火相传，血脉相连，你是祖